Hi, my name is Bobby Raitt. Welcome to the First Raitt Law Podcast. Me and my partner, Tom James, are your co-hosts, and we are going to take you through what we hope is a tutorial. In other words, we're going to explain to you what you should do if you're ever in the unfortunate circumstance of getting injured due to the negligence of another person, a company, or entity. Today, what we want to do is we want to tell you a little bit about us. We want to tell you about where we've been, what we've experienced, so you feel comfortable calling us, reaching out to us if you ever need us. I have been in this industry now for going on 34 years. I was with another law firm for 29 years, and I left that firm in 2021 to form Raitt Law. I, together with Tom James, are two attorneys that handle this practice on our own. We don't have 1,000 cases. We don't have half 1,000 cases. We have the amount of cases that we can handle right and correctly so that you have our information and you can reach out to us whenever you want to. We know each file, we know each person individually. That's been important to me and that's been important to Tom over the years because we've seen the opposite. We've seen a situation where there was too many files, there was too many clients, there wasn't the personal touch. And that's the way you lose clients, right? So what you have when you come to Raitt Law is two very experienced attorneys that are going to be there for you every step of the way from start to finish. In my now 34 years, I've been fortunate enough to be involved in the Trial Lawyers Organization, which is a group of, over the years, anywhere from 1,000 to 1,800 attorneys across the state. I was actually president of that organization in 2007, 2008. I've also been fortunate enough to be the chairman of the negligence section of the state bar. What that is it's a bunch of attorneys that handle negligent cases when someone is wronged and injured. But what's unique about that section of the state bar is that there's both plaintiff attorneys like Tom and I. There's also defense attorneys that represent insurance companies and business. And we talk regularly, we sit on boards, we basically learn from the other side. And it's really neat because we gain a lot of experience that we wouldn't otherwise gain in our trial lawyers organization. I've also been involved in various boards. I've also spoken in Lansing on issues of insurance. And what's interesting about both Tom and I is while we've been very involved in the legal community, we've also really spent a lot of time at our craft, and that is trying cases, litigating cases, and successfully settling cases for individuals like you when they're injured due to no fault of their own. We have a lot of experience that combined over 50 years experience doing it. We know how to do it. We know how to do it right. At the present time, we have files all across the board, all different types of cases, and we are able to add that personal touch because we keep the cases down to those cases we can handle properly. And if we can't handle it properly, we're not doing you a service. Right now, I want to introduce my partner and co-host, Tom James, who has been with Raitt Law since this past January. I worked with him at our previous law firm for 15 years. He is excellent, and he is going to be your go-to guy at Raitt Law for all things legal. Tom, tell a little bit about yourself.
All right. Nice to meet everybody. So a quick little intro about myself. So, I didn't go to law school right out of college, right? Like a lot of people do. I tried being an accountant for a little while. I was in sales for a little while, and I didn't go to law school until I was in my 30s. But you know what? I found my calling. I love what I do. I love what I do because I get to help people. Every day, I get to help families. I get to help individuals, anyone affected by someone else's negligence. I mean, we use the word negligence in the law, but what it really means is someone else hurt me. It's their fault. I'm harmed. And so is there any redress, right? Is there any compensation? Is there anything I can do about it? And so I get to do something about that for families. And it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal for you. It's a big deal for me. And I appreciate the opportunity to do this. Now, I've been doing this for 20 years, coming up on 21 years. We've had some great successes, right? We've had trials, right? We've gone to jury trials. That's where you actually have to go and sit in front of a jury and win cases. And so I've been fortunate. I've represented some great clients over the years. We've had some great success. Some of those jury verdicts, $14 million on behalf of a young man who was injured, a brain injury, and he couldn't work anymore due to his injuries, and he has a family, right? He has a wife, he has two kids, two beautiful kids, and so we were able to get him the compensation that he deserves. There were a lot of other cases just like that I've helped people with, 7-figure verdicts, 8-figure verdicts, and again, verdicts are when you go to trial. Now, not every case goes to trial. We've also had great successes with settlements, and that's what we always try and do first, right? Jury's a last resort. But like I said, I love what I do. I'm very happy to have joined Bobby here at Raitt Law, and we're here ready to make a difference for everybody.
What I want to do now is I want to tell a little bit of why I believe that our podcast is unique. You've gotten from our introductions and our bios that Tom and I have a lot of experience. We have also been incredibly successful. And part of our success is because of that experience. Part of that success is because we are really good at client relations. But most importantly, we are incredibly educated on what to do to represent our clients. That's why we believe these episodes, this podcast, the First Raitt Law Podcast, is going to be very helpful for the average viewer. Tom is going to tell you a little bit about generally what we're going to be talking about going forward, but both of us have been in court numerous times getting 7-figure, 8-figure verdicts. But we've also spent a lot of time grinding to get our clients those numbers without even filing a lawsuit. And our success on both in court trial verdicts as well as pre suit, before we file suit resolution, speaks for itself. Our experience, both handling cases and in the legal community, is what gives us the well thought out process that we use to help you. So that's why we think if you tune in and you listen to us, you're going to learn a lot to do and a lot not to do, quite frankly, if you're ever injured due to the negligence of another person or entity. Tom, if you don't mind, can you just tell a little bit about what they can expect going forward with our episodes?
Yeah, of course, of course. And I think you hit the nail on the head. It's because going through this, it's an educational process. It's an educational process for our clients, yourselves, because you need to know like what to expect, what to do, and we go over all of that. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this series. So obviously, you have our bios, our intros that we're doing now, but you can get that from a website, right? Tune into these episodes to find out about our credibility in the industry and how we have a proven process. I mean, this is a process that's been battle tested with 50 years of experience, right? We're going to dispel some myths. I mean, believe it or not, right? There's some myths about what does it mean to hire an attorney? Why are they so expensive? You know, all of these things. We're going to go through that. We're going to dispel those things. We're going to give you some case studies. We're going to talk about some of our cases, some of our big wins, some of our losses, right? Because we learn from our losses. That's the important thing. We're going to go over, do you have a case at all? How do you determine whether you have a case? Do you just type it into Chat GPT, or do you call us, some professionals, to actually get some real advice? The other things, right? I keep going on because we're only at episode 6. Episode 6, we're going to start talking about things that'll actually kill your case. So if you have a case with another attorney right now, you better tune into this because they might not have told you this stuff because they don't have the one-to-one relationship that we're going to develop with you. Other things, as a client, what are the expectations? What do you need to do to better to increase your chances of winning? Right? Because it's not just us. We can only do what we have, right? We have to work with what we have. But if we can help you give us more to have, then we can help ourselves increase our chance of success. We'll have a Q&A session. We'll throw out some questions because we get a lot of questions via our website. We'll answer those for you. We'll give you a little look behind the scenes, how we do things and the processes that we do that, again, are developed to help you at the end of this. There's some realities of filing lawsuits, of having cases. We're going to go through all of those. And then we're going to talk about the auto insurance reform. Back in 2019, we had a very big change in Michigan and under our laws. And so we'll go through what those changes are and how they affect you and how you can better protect yourself going forward. And then, of course, why pick Raitt Law, right? We're going to finish up this series with that very important question because we feel we are the best to be able to help you get through these hard times. Thanks so much, Bobby.
Thanks, Tom. So, thank you for tuning in to episode number 1. We're very excited about this podcast, the First Raitt Law Podcast. If you ever need to talk to us for any reason, there's multiple ways to get a hold of us. You can call our 1-866-RAITT, RAITT, LAW phone number. You can go to our website, firstraittlaw.com. You can feel free to email either of us. My email, B as in Bobby, my last name, Raitt, at raitlegal, legal.com. tjames@raitlegal.com. We'll be happy to talk to you, answer any of your questions.